you might remember Ken and Karen. So you don't know who Ken and Karen are.
Are they their actual names, by the way?
No, it's not. But it's just that's the nickname they'll be given. He should probably change his name on the ballot to be Ken and Karen, just because it's funny. So if we can get the first one up here, you might remember this. So this was when the George Floyd riots were taking place. Some guys broke into some neighborhood here because they saw the house and decided this was a rich person's house, therefore killed them or something, I guess. So they broke in, and you see Ken and Karen come out there. Ken with his rifle there, and her with her little pistol. It's so meme worthy, like the way they're holding it as well. Yeah. It's great.
Scarface and like someone who's never held a pistol in their life. Says me, who can't even legally have one, but.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, it's also just the clothes they're wearing. Like, I love it. I love how he's just there in his little polo, and she's there in a little top. It's, I don't know, there's just something about it with the house. It's very Vice City.
They've stepped off of a yacht.
But I don't know what the facts of this were because I wasn't actually able to confirm. But apparently, I heard a rumor that this was essentially a place they're renovating. So you buy cheap, do it up, and then sell it for profit. So it's not even like they live in this house, which does seem quite large. But I mean, I live in Britain, so our houses are tiny anyway. But the idea being here that these guys have turned up to burn it down because they rich, we ain't. That's how Marxists think. But the defense I saw of this at the time as well was that how could they do this? How could they come out with guns against peaceful protesters? Peaceful protesters who are on your property. Wonder how that happened. So we go to the next one here. You just see the gate there, broken. I mean, like snapped in half. So it wasn't like they were just wandering and there was the sidewalk there. There was a gate keeping them from the sidewalk, as you would imagine for a house like this. And it was destroyed. So these people broke in. It was not peaceful in the slightest. Don't give me this BS.
And it is ripped in half as well for the people who are listening.
Yeah, like it's a metal gate. It's been ripped in half. It's not a small thing at all.
That must be quite scary. I mean, not to pick sides here, although...
Aren't picking sides.
Yeah.
Ken and Karen didn't do nothing. They're great. So we got the next image here as well. Just sorry, if you go back, just the next image on the tweet as well. Just the image of them there. That's amazing. It's great. I love it. And of course, this turned into the memes of the day. So we go to the memes, the first image here. See the Ken and Karen movie. Best feature film, best director, best actress. Coming 2020 timeline. Story by Anon. So we go to the next one. This is Saving Private Property. Mark and Patricia McCluskey. Dr. Graf film.
That silhouette as well. Just a...
I have no idea what her voice sounds like, but she sounds like a comic book villain in my mind. We go to the next one as well. So this is Falling Down. You've seen the film Falling?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So he's had enough. The Adventures of an Ordinary Man. He's pushed him too far. So what's he going to do? He's going to come out and shoot you if you break on his property. Which is the right thing to do. Like, they didn't do nothing. They're actually great guys. Like, they have private property. They have the right to defend themselves. People break in on their property. You're going to get shot if you come here because you're going to destroy my stuff and I have a right to defend it and I have a right to defend myself because you don't know whether these people who are breaking in have guns. You don't know if they have weapons. You don't even know what their intentions are. They're clearly not peaceful intentions. The fact that they broke your gate and stormed in with a whole bunch of them. I mean, I saw as I mentioned, the defense people like, peaceful protesters. Oh, shut up. I'm wasting my time with that crap. So if we can go to the next video, this is just a meme I made a while back and I've been looking for an excuse to show it, so I mean, why not? This will work. Let's play. It's GTA St. Louis. That's what it is.
Hey, lady, you know what I'm gonna do? Something like this.
Vice City, 24 karat gold these days. We send someone down to cut ourselves a nice slice.
I just took a trailer for Vice City.
Tommy, buenas noches. We're not in Liberty now. Here, we do things differently.
We need to watch each other's back.
You work for me now.
The deal was an ambush. We were set up.
That was my money, Tommy.
Why'd you get in this business, you prick? For the pussy, that's why.
One day, I'm gonna save your ass, and you're probably gonna want to kiss me.
Told you we have a meme segment. That's the thing, like, these guys became meme stars overnight, and of course they got prosecuted by the city, which is horrible. And in response, they joined the Trump campaign, they got on the Trump train. So if we can go to the next link here. So this is, oh sorry, this is just one of their campaigning images. So for their campaign, they're actually using the meme. I mean, they're fully embracing the meme lord here. I absolutely love it. Like, with them holding the gun, like, yep, we're here to defend our rights. So we go to the next one, which should be their campaign. This is their campaign website, and you can see them here, and then some of the stuff they have posted, and at the bottom they have a video about them saying about defending the place, and he comes off really well, and it's really well made, and I'm in awe of these good guys. So they've also got a Facebook page. We go to the next one, so you can see them back down, and then the Facebook page as well. Shall not be infringed is not a suggestion. I love it. I love how forceful it is. Well, there's no apologizing. No, we defended our home. Anyone who disagrees with us is wrong, and we're going to destroy you. It's just, no, you do not take away our right to bear arms. You do not take away our right to defend our houses. And if some mob turns up, mob justice, social justice, get lost. There is no argument about this. I love it. I love how they're so unapologetic. And the depressing thing is, if this happened in the UK, I mean, like we had with the instance, what was it? The guy that pulled out a sword, fought off some burglars who had screwdrivers, because England's a weird place. People broken with screwdrivers, and I mean, a screwdriver can do some damage because no one has guns here.
We're going to undo all of your furniture, and it's all going to collapse.
And the guy pulled out a sword and just stabbed the burglar and was like, "Get lost." And then there was a whole media campaign like, "Oh, the poor guy who broke into this house."
Poor burglar, yeah.
Get stuff.
We get this all the time, and it's so annoying, isn't it? That it's like, if you ever defend yourself against someone who breaks into your home in the UK, it's just like that burglar is going to sue you. You're going to be in prison. You're going to be talking about their traumatic experience in the media.
Well, the media came around. They were planting, the family of the guy who had died were planting rosettes and stuff outside their house. They were like, "Sorry, no, your dad tried to break it. Sod off with your flowers."
Didn't they?
Care.
Wasn't there a huge controversy when they all removed them? They're like, "This is horrible. This is awful. You're being so insensitive."
He burgled so well. Whatever. But the Conservatives here would just throw them under the bus. So I'm really glad that the Trump campaign was in a position where it is, because I can imagine some rhinos would throw these guys under the bus as well. And they bring them into the fold. And now they're running for Senate in Missouri. So if you're in Missouri, I mean, you know which campaign to sign up for. Go and volunteer. Go and meet them. Go and thank them for their service. So, saving the world one doorstep at a time, I guess. So I wanted to play a section of their campaigning video, because the campaigning stuff is just great as well. I just think it's amazing. So let's play this clip here.
When the angry mob came to destroy my house and kill my family, I took a stand against them. Now I'm asking for the privilege to take that stand for all of us. I will never back down. Our nation is under attack. Big tech, big business, the swamp in D.C. are all working together to destroy our God-given freedom, our culture, and our heritage. When was the last time a politician defended you? Defended America, stood between you and the mob. We need defenders. When the fascist mob came to my door, it woke me up. I saw what the future of America will be if we don't all stand up right now and defend our rights. Mark my words, the mob is coming for all of us. Cancel culture, the poison of critical race theory, the lie of systemic racism, backed up by the threat of mob violence, attacks on the Second Amendment, erosion of election integrity, are all intentionally designed to destroy all we hold near and dear. Missouri is not and must never become a socialist state. You can count on me to defend our God-given constitutional rights as I've been defending them for over 40 years. Your right to keep and bear arms, freedom of speech, to own and defend your own private property, and all the constitutional and God-given rights will be safe with me. My name is Mark McCloskey. I will defend the people of Missouri. You have my word. I will never back down.
That was awesome. That was absolutely great. I wish we had politicians like that, or even just candidates like that.
That was both the most American and based thing I've ever seen.
I know, right? I mean, calling out critical race theory, calling out big tech, all the rest of it. He's got everything solidly down there, but also just to defend yourself and your right to bear arms, among the fundamental things, obviously, of his campaign. I mean, do you trust him on that? I certainly do. The guy who's lived
he's
it.
He's proven, yeah.
So
if you go out on your doorstep with what looked like, was it an M16?
Yeah,
I think it probably was.
But just awesome.
I'm probably going to get corrected.
I mean, we usually wouldn't cover some guy's running for office or something like that. But I mean, the man, the meme, the legend himself is actually running for senator in Missouri. And if I lived in Missouri, I'd be signing up for his campaign and that, because it'd be so much fun, if nothing else, just to hang out.
More meme magic.
Yeah, I mean, you should just make a video of him responding to the memes as well. You know how politicians sometimes do for mean comments and things. Just him responding to the memes would be worth it. I'd watch that. Just his reaction.
That'd be just an easy way to get free attention as well for a campaign. If you're just reacting to something that's already a meme and all of the reactions to that, then it's guaranteed. You could do what Trump did and just get all of that attention for free from the press. But
just to annoy the chat, I'm going to say it was an AK-47. That's what he held. Yeah.
Are they already correcting me? I bet they are.
Yeah, but you ever seen that clip? Like the guy went to a games convention. I think it was like an AR-15 or something on the wall, and he's like the unmistakable silhouette of an AK-47. So anyway, so in response, Ho's mad because of course Ho's mad because this guy is based. So someone here, just some verified check mark. The new Republican Party in my state. The only qualification you need to run for U.S. Senate is to wave a gun around at black people. Yeah, it's kind of overqualified, then, I suppose. Like, obvious nonsense. He wasn't waving it at black people. He was waving it at people who broke into his property and were threatening him, his family, and his life.
I don't think he was even waving it. He kind of had it just in his hands, didn't he?
Yeah,
he wasn't even
obvious.
pointing it at anyone.
I mean, she was kind of waving it a bit, but, whatever. Who cares?
She definitely wasn't going to shoot anyone like that. Like.
But no one died. He defended his property. He defended his family. He defended himself. Hero. Absolute hero. But no, he was waving a gun at black people. Yeah, of course. I was mad. So we go to the next one here. This is someone quoting Stephen Colbert, who apparently did a response to this. Mark McCluskey and his wife went viral last summer for pointing assault rifles at BLM protesters. Conveniently leaving out the fact that they broke a gate and raided his property there. Whatever. Now McCluskey wants to run for US Senate because he said, quote, last summer God came to him in the form of an angry mob. Wait, you pointed an assault rifle at God? Okay. American comedy, folks, but moving on. I don't know. Just American comedy. Well, American comedy. It's late night comedy.
What a gotcha there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real setup there, but whatever. Anyway, whatever. Let's go to the next one. So the next one is someone here saying Mark McCluskey is running for Senate in Missouri, and his chief selling point is that he brandished a gun at racial justice protesters. So he's overqualified. Like, maybe he should be running for president instead of Senate then. Is that what you're asking? Suppose so. So he says, this again shows how essential a fantasy fiction version of the leftist threat has become to the GOP identity. Fantasy fiction version of the leftist threat.
I've just noticed, sorry, a bit of a tangent, but he's looking down the sight of his wife's gun as well.
I love it, because they just look like, it could be your mum and dad, There's just some guys. But they're the fantasy version of the threat. I mean, who broke his gate then? Was it the cyber ghost or something? What are you talking about? So if we just go to the next one here, I just type in George Floyd riots. These are the images you get. I mean, this was what was happening at the time. 20-odd people died out of this thing. A lot of people got injured. Millions and millions of dollars worth of damages. I think the insurance...
It's billions, wasn't it?
Yeah, the insurance retail. I think they calculated it as almost $1 trillion, actually. Something like that.
Really, that much?
Premium claims or whatever. There's a weird way insurance companies calculate things, so I don't know. But it was ridiculous how much money was spent on just destroying things. Why? Because of racial... No, there was no racial justice. It was BS. Go watch the court... we covered the court case. No mention of race was brought up in that court case because there was no aspect of race to that court case. You can argue there was an aspect of police brutality, but there was no aspect of race. Nada. None. So I can't get over how people just gloss over all that. I think it's an important thing to mention. But yeah, based. I hope he wins. I hope he wins his run for Senate. I look forward to seeing him in the Senate giving arguments.
If you enjoyed this segment from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, you can watch the full broadcast live every weekday at 1 p.m. UK time on lotuseaters.com.